Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad that you did. I've just been resting the last couple of days after all of my journal making. I am going to do a flip through. I am almost finished with them. But tonight I thought that I would just show you a magazine I'm doing and bring you along because I'm just doing some mindless work. But the mindless work is fun. But my husband brought me home this magazine and I just love it. I've been reading through it and just resting today, doing some slow stitching. And I did watch a few videos, so that was nice to catch up on some people. And so yeah, if anybody's interested in the US or wherever they sell National Geographic, they have Queen Elizabeth II National Geographic out, and it's amazing. It is an amazing, amazing history. There's her coronation. It's just amazing history. I'm halfway through it. Look at her. She's so beautiful. So, my friend Bella was able to go to London and leave flowers for the Queen. And I was so happy that she was able to do that because Bella's such a good friend. And Bella, if you're watching, I was just so enamored because I know somebody personally who was able to go and leave her flowers. I think I was born somewhere in the UK, and somehow, some way, somebody brought me to the United States. Not really, but I just love British history. Anyway, there she is. And if you're interested, Life magazine also just came out with theirs. And so my husband's going to pick that up for me as well. So, tonight I wanted to introduce you to my friend Donna. Donna is from Twisted Paper Studios, in case you don't know who she is. Twisted Paper Studios. I'm pretty sure that's who she is. Just let me make sure. Twisted Paper Studios? I'm positive that's who she is. Yeah, it's Twisted Paper Studios. Anyway, she introduced me to Twisted Tangles, and I have been making them and sending them off, to friends and putting them in my journals. I've been putting them in all my journals. And I just thought, I'm going to make some tonight because I feel like it, and I thought that I'd bring you along. So I'll probably post this tonight or tomorrow morning sometime. But let's get started. So what Donna does is she has her scraps, which I keep in a can like this. And what I do is at the end of the month, I'll go through the can and I'll pull out anything that's just completely white, and I'll put that in another bigger container, and that's for my hand-dyed paper or anything that's off-white. And I'll put that in another container for my handmade paper because I like it to be white. And then any of my colored scraps, depending on the size of them, I'll put them in a container pretty much by color. So if there's a lot of like pinks, then, whatever, they'll go into that. But I pretty much just get rid of them at the end of the month. So that's that. This, I keep little bits on my desk of my little fabrics that I'm using, and some laces that I might be using, and I'll be cutting off pieces and kind of, just sticking in the bits right there. And then my long pieces go into something like this. And this is just a Yankee candle, and so is this. actually all my jars, not all my jars, but my jars on my desk are, they used to be candles. And I just, when they're all done, I take the rest of the wax out and I clean them good. And then I keep my lace in them. Or my, you know, papers or what have you. And then, like I said, at the end of the month, I go through and make sure that, you know, I'm not going to use them anymore, or there's no whites in there. And then I'll get rid of whatever I need to get rid of, or keep whatever I need to keep. So, this is how Donna does it. She takes a piece of paper like this. This is just oh my goodness. Every time I get on video, I lose it. This is just, yeah, paper. I'm not going to sit here all night and think about it. Now, she uses a glue stick. Every time I use a glue stick, I have a problem. So I'm going to try using a glue stick tonight, and let's see how it goes. If it doesn't, I'm going to switch over to my Faber tack. So what you do is you just glue your paper like this. So you can use any scrap you want. I just happen to have this available, so this is what I'm using. And I have bigger scraps too that I keep in a file folder. I'm sorry, a clear snap bag. And those are pretty much what I've used during the month as well. And then I go through it at the end of the month, and I keep the scraps I need to keep and throw away the rest. Because otherwise, I end up with the problem that I had last month when, and I'm still going through files as I am transferring things into my new filing cabinet. I'm going through piles and files of scraps. And it's very difficult for me to throw them away. So my husband suggested to do it by the month, you know, as I finish my projects, go through them, and I have to, you know, I just have to toss them. That's it. Of course, you know, anything I know that's big enough or what have you, or I can use in another project, I'll keep. But otherwise, I pretty much use everything in my journal. I've showed you before I've showed you before what I end up with usually at the end of my project. And it's not much. I have like maybe a baggie full. So I already pulled out some bits from here. And so I'm going to just start laying this down without thinking about it. Or trying to lay it down without thinking about it. Oh, you know what? I saw Leslie on 507 Willow House. She actually did some glue stick, and then she kind of went around her edges like this. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to do it. I have no idea why she did this. Donna didn't. I don't remember she did. She might have. I don't remember. But I'm going to do that. I've been doing it because I saw her do it when she was using her glue stick. And she doesn't really use glue sticks very much. But I saw her do this and I thought, she must be doing that for a reason. So I'm going to do it too. Okay, so that's really sticky. Oh my gosh, these bottles, you guys, they are the best. The best investment I think I've ever made. Okay, so now I'm just going to start taking some scraps and just laying them down and kind of making sure that I'm even. And you have to back your pieces for this to be a twisted tangle. And you'll see at the end why. Okay, and I'm really gonna make this fast. I'm not going to like play around. I'm just going to take scraps and I'm going to lay them down. See? No. Already I'm having a problem. You know what? Here's some right here. I needed some script. I'm just going to tear some script. See, this is just a printable. But I definitely need some script here, so I'm going to tear this up because I've got to have script. And then I'll be all set. I can't just put flowers and pinks and things like that. And I know I have a lot of pinks in here because, and I have a lot of fall because of the journals I've been working on. But these are lots of fun to make. See, already I'm having a problem with this glue stick. I just, I'm getting it all over my hands. Which isn't usually, you know, I don't have a problem with it being on my hands. Except the Faber tack I can't get on my hands because I'm allergic to it. I don't know how I became allergic to it because I was never allergic to it before, but I am now. So how are you all doing? Are you having a good week? I hope so. I'm going to put this way because the bottom of this is kind of torn a little bit. I hope you're all having a good week. It's been a good week here so far. I'm just doing a lot of resting and slow stitching and finishing up my projects. So I have a new kit that I will be introducing probably tomorrow. That's too pink. Here, let me get some little bits. Pink, pink, pink. Why? Why all this pink? Oops. Oh. Almost lost my ruler. I'll put this in here. Put something over it maybe. Oh, this is fitting in nice. So that's all you do is you just kind of collage a page like this, like a piece of paper, you know, collage the back of it. With whatever you have. Like I have some of that doily that I printed. I might have to go over that with some glue, but that's okay. And we have to, oh, I was just going to say we have to fill that in, but that's already, I'm going to put something over that because this, can't really see it. Like something like that. I'll have to use some of this though because I don't know if the glue stick will hold it on top of it, you know? And I have to do something here because I need a thin strip. So I'll just put some glue here. Because it's just, I didn't get it all the way to the edge. And I think I need to glue this down as well. And look, this is why I saved the thin pieces too. Because you never know when you might need them. So they'll come in handy. that had a little piece of white on it. Just take that off. These are really, they're not just fun to make. I just get so excited because I know what it's gonna be like at the end, and that's fun for me. And what I do is I'll make up a whole bunch of these, and that gets rid of my scrap. Okay, so I'll take this and know that this is going to be a twisted tangle. You know, that this is going to become twisted tangles. So I will make up these, and then I'll show you. I'll make these up, and then I'll just put them in a bag. So oh no, I did not. Oh dear. That was a piece of sticky tape. So for example, if I could collage this already for a twisted tangle, and then I just leave them because for a twisted tangle, I haven't used that yet, but I'll put that in here. I have this for a twisted tangle. So I'll just put them, you know, when I'm done, I'll put these in a plastic snap bag, and I'll just label it twisted tangle, and then I'll have them all ready to do when I am ready to make them. Because, you know, it does take the glue a little bit to dry. And on this side, I don't want it all plain, so I'm going to take and just put a few pieces on the back of this so that when I cut it up, and Donna just takes and she cuts off, you know, whatever is either too long or what have you. And then she just lets it dry. You have to let it dry good. So it's good if you're not, you know, if you're not busy or you're in between projects and you just want to relax, you can do this and get rid of all your scraps and make twisted tangles. And then put them in a baggie and just, you know, you don't have to make the whole twisted tangle yet. Unless, you know, of course you want to. But I'm just going to tear this into a strip. Or do I have any little pieces of it? I'll just tear it into a strip. Where's my ruler? I like using my ruler because I can't cut a straight line. And you want to do it this way because bring it towards you so that you don't have any white. Ooh, that worked good. So back out with the glue stick again. Oh dear, here we go. This ooh-hoo is typically not good for me, but we're going to use it anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I make such a mess with glue stick. Maybe it's the glue. This was gifted to me and I like it, but I don't typically use glue sticks, so. Now I'll take some of this like Leslie did, and I saw her the other day, and just put some on there without touching it because I don't want to get any on there. Oh dear. My hands are dirty already. So I got 3 more gifts from my friend who gave me, who I found that I bought the doll patterns from, and I'll show you at the end of the video if there's enough time. I am completely blown away by it. There's so much history. Her mom has, I wish her mom was still alive so we could talk in person, but her daughter, Susan, has a lot of, even though she's in her late 70s, she remembers a lot. So that's good. We're becoming very good friends. I'm going to stick a thin piece of this on it too. Just so that the back isn't as brown, you know? So we'll do some more of this. Ooh-hoo. I wonder why Leslie goes over it with her other glue. I prefer Faber tack. I don't know why. It's just always been, it's always worked for me. Or actually, my Scotch glue works really well too. I typically don't have a problem with that. Ooh, this is starting to burn my hands, and I don't know why. I am just going to take some hand sanitizer real quick and get that glue off because it's starting to bother my hands. Yeah, hand sanitizer. I think I've mentioned it before. It takes glue off of everything. Your mats, your hands. It's great stuff. Thank you for allowing me to do that in the middle of the video, but I really could feel it. So I'm not going to use that anymore because I'm getting it on my hands. And it might be because my skin is kind of a little bit burnt from the other glue. My doctor just said to make sure I just wipe it off when I get it on there. But, you know, when you're gluing and you're busy, it's kind of hard to stop everything and get it off. So I should be. My husband's like, don't rub anything unless you're rubbing it with, you know, a wipe or a tissue or, but, you know, just, oh, I don't know. I just don't think. And I want to use my glue scissors to get that off because that has some glue on it. And I'm actually going to stick that somewhere. Well, I'll save it over there. And I think I'll use this piece right here. And that way it won't be so brown, you know, when you see the other side of it. Because you will once we're done. You'll see. Okay, I'm going to try the Scotch because I've never had a problem with that. And this is called Scotch Wrinkle Free. I use it like anytime I'm doing any book page or really thin paper because it doesn't wrinkle. Here we go. So what we're going to do now is that's all nice and down. I'm just going to roll over that. You could use, you know, your ruler. You could use a credit card. You know, anything you use to make sure everything's glued down nice and tight. I And then you want to just put it off to the side to dry, because as you can see, some of my glue isn't quite dry yet. So I'm just going to put that over to the side to dry. And I will do the next step with another piece so that we're not waiting for that to dry. We don't need this anymore because we're not going to be gluing anything anymore. And I am going to take my bits and I am going to put them away so that they're not in your way. I just took them out so that I wouldn't have to dig through. There we go. I have some twisted tangles already made in here, but I'm just going to put them in here for now to get them out of the way. And we'll save that in our long one. There we go. So the next step is to cut up our, to cut these. Okay, so you need either a guillotine, which is what Donna uses, and I'd love to get one. I'm actually looking into either the Fiskars or the Tim Holtz. But for tonight, we'll use the Fiskars because that works just fine. And you're going to cut your already dried ones in strips. And I've been cutting mine into 1-inch strips. Either 1, 1.5, 2, it doesn't matter. Okay, so there's one. That is 1.5. My blade is kind of getting dull to replace it with a new one. And I think this is good. So yeah, so then that's all you do is cut them into strips like this. And like I said, these are the ones that I already had glued, put aside before I decided, oh, I should turn on the camera and say hi to everybody and see if they want to craft along with me tonight. So then, once you're finished doing all of that, which if you follow Donna, you already know, but if you don't, then now you do. And you could go to her channel. I'll leave her information below because she makes all sorts of different kinds. But I love these. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a embossing folder. And this happens to be my favorite embossing folder. It's very old. I got it. It's a Sizzix, but I got it at least 5 years ago. It's called Vintage Wallpaper. And it's my favorite one. And if anybody knows how to bend these back into shape, I would love it. But I did get it at a yard sale, and it wasn't in real great shape when I got it. But it still works. And works really well. If you do not have a Sizzix machine, you can use a rolling pin. And it's not hard at all to use a rolling pin. Not at all. Donna shows on her channel how to use one if you don't have one. And these folders you can get anywhere. You can get them on eBay, or you can get them on Facebook Marketplace, Macari. So then you just want to put it into your embossing folder, and I'm going to run my through the machine right here. It's right beside me on my little card. And I'm just going to run it through, just like Donna did. And I still have a length, so I'm just going to twist, I'm just going to move that. These pieces, I'm going to turn like this so that that edge can, so that that can get embossed as well. So I'm just going to run that through. See, my embossing folder still works. It's just bowed. It's not, but it's my favorite. I just love it. And I can't find it anywhere. So that's what happens when you do it. You put it through your embossing machine and it comes out all embossed. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I just love these. So I'm just going to run a few more through the embossing machine so that we have enough. What time is it? 31? I think we have enough time to finish these up. I didn't know how many we'd get done on video. Oh, I wanted to show you what I got from Susan today that was her mom's. One of the things she gave me, she brought all the way back from Germany. She used to work in a doll factory when she was 12 years old in Germany. Imagine that. Oh, I can't imagine. But anyway, I hope we have time. If we don't, it's okay. I can show you another time. And I'm just going to flip these around so that I can get the other edge of that one. Flip it around and run it back through. And like I said, the rolling pin works perfectly fine. You do not need a big shop to do this. Or an embossing machine. But the results of running it through the embossing machine is so pretty. And you could ink them. I'm just going to put that back on my embossing machine so I don't misplace it, because that happens. So now all you do is take your crocodile on the tiny part. And I set mine, well, first you want to unlock it. I set mine so that all my holes are at the same place. And I need a little pin to remove a little piece of paper that got stuck in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your twisted tangle pieces here. And you know, they don't have to be this long. I forget how long Donna made hers, but I make them all different lengths. So I don't keep them all the same length. like this one's definitely too long, so I'll cut this down, but I don't want to make it too short, and I don't want to make it too long, so I'll cut it about there. This is kind of wide. I think I'll cut this like this. It just seems wide to me. There. And then I'll cut it maybe here. And I'll cut this maybe here. And then you just take all of your pieces at one time, because I mean, you know, you've got your crocodile out, so you might as well get them all at the same time. And I like it if I have my wording that way. I don't want to go upside down, although it doesn't matter. And I just punch them all at the same time. And they're all going to punch at the same place because I already set it to punch there. And it doesn't matter which side you do it on, because I have no idea what the other side looks like actually, which is pretty cool for me because I audition everything. Right? This is crazy for me that I have to cut. It's just not even down here, so I'm going to cut that so that it is more even like that. So yeah, that's all it takes. It's so fun to make these. I can't thank Donna enough for teaching me about Twisted Tangles. That's how I met her. Met her on Instagram. And she was, well, actually, the first time I met her, she was making a bunny journal. And I love bunnies. That's what we have in common. And my granddaughters both have bunnies. They live in the house. They're house bunnies. They actually trained and everything, like litter box trained. It's crazy. But anyway, so we both love bunnies. I bought her kit, and I haven't made a journal yet with it, but I will. And then I started following her, and then I learned about Twisted Tangles. See the embossing on that? Do I have that in frame? I don't know if you can see the embossing. Maybe not so much on that piece. Let's try another piece. I think you can see the embossing on that one. It's so pretty. It really is so beautiful. So yeah. So I think I've got them all. So yeah, so you want to do the little hole. And I'll show you why in 1 second. Here's a little piece. It's cute, right? And then there's some little pieces right here too. I'm gonna, why not? I don't know where they came from, but they're cute. Put that to the side for now. And then all you do is take your Twisted Tangles, and you're going to take all your pieces, and then you're just going to decide what pieces you want to put together. Now you can use a safety pin, you can use a paper clip, or you can use a bulb pin. I like to use the bulb pins the best. The safety pins are great. And I started using the paper clips as well. So yeah, you can use anything you want. But for tonight's video, I'm going to use a bulb pin if I have any left. I'm almost out of them. I need to order some more. I use them for everything, right? We do use bulb pins a lot. I'm just going to grab any bulb pin. It doesn't matter the color. I'll leave my little box of... I keep this on my desk. I do have like a large jar of buttons, and then I have even larger jars because I've collected buttons for 30 years. So I just leave a little bit. But I have like this jar on my desk too. It's crazy. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Here we go. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's all we do. But yes, buttons, pins, flowers, anything you want. Little pieces of fabric, which I'll bring out now so that I can put some fabric on here. I'm going to have a drink of water. Excuse me. My lemon water and ice. So here's my twisted tangle. And see, that's why I didn't keep the whole back brown on some of them, because see how much prettier that looks with just a little bit of color on it. And you could always dress that up some more if you wanted to with some of your little words or flowers or what have you. So let's see here. Here's a piece of lace. I'll put that on first. No, I'll put that on last. I'll put this on first. This is so pretty. It's not pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I need to put something on the back. Like maybe that. Okay. So we put this on, and we put this on. That looks pretty. And then I'm going to put a shorter one on, but not something so matchy-matchy. Or maybe skinny. I'll go skinny. I like this side. It's got some words on it. So there's 3 pieces. And then I think I'll put a piece of lace. You can put as many pieces on you as you want on. And I could have put a piece of lace on the back too. Maybe I'll do that. Let me just cut this a little bit. Like, I'm not using fabric scissors, but it's okay. Let me just sneak in here and get something for the back. Here's a piece of ribbon. I can use this piece of ribbon. This is just a piece of chiffon ribbon that I was using for something. I'm not sure what. So, I put my ribbon on. I actually think I'll fold that just to give it some strength. Because, you know, it's not real strong. And then I'll put this piece on. No, how did I have that? That's weird. I think I did this. I did this. And then I did this. Yep. And then I did this. And then I did this skinny little piece, which is so cute. And then, where is that piece of lace? There it is. And then I'm going to put this little piece on, this little piece of lace on right like that. And then that's all you do. And there's your twisted tangle. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. I think I might put another one on the back of that and let the ribbon hang down. So hold on one second. Take me 1 minute because I already have a hole in it. Here we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 5 on this time. I usually don't put that many, but I like it. And there you go. There's your twisted tangle. You've got some, and then like these brown parts, what you can do is go into your little dish and maybe find something to put on there that's got some color in it, like a number, perhaps. Let's do that. Oh, we could add a button too. I forgot about that. Or we could add one of these flowers. These are from Vita. My friend Vita from the Ukraine. Let me get something with color. Oh, you know, these things too, when you cut, you know, your half circles, you know, that would look real pretty too on a twisted tangle. I'm trying to find some things with color. There's something with color. I'm going to put that on the back of that. And I'm just going to use my Faber tack because it's easy and it's fast. And I'm just going to stick it right there. And that kind of breaks up the brown. I mean, it still looks fine because it's got writing on it, you know. The ledger looks really nice. But I wanted to break it up a little bit because there was 3 that were all brown. And now it doesn't look so bad because I might put just something small here. Like, see, that's why it's good to have a little dish of something like right there for you. So you could just pick something really fast and just stick it down. And same thing with your scraps, if you have them in a canister right on your desk, or your fabric right here on your desk. It's easier than having to get up and look for it, especially when you just want to play, you know. Or even when you're doing a project and you think you have everything you need in your project box, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need a piece of lace, or I need a piece of paper, or I need a twisted tangle. So Donna keeps these on a this really cute little the thing that rotates around. She has them hanging. It's so adorable. I'll have to be looking at my thrift shops for one to keep all my twisted tangles on. See, now that just breaks up the brown a little bit. You could add stitching to these, you know. Take them over to your sewing machine one day and just stitch a whole bunch of pieces. Now, I am going to add a button to this because I can't. And I think I'll just add one of these because it's right here and show you how cute that looks. There we go. Isn't that adorable? So cute. I just love it. And it took, what? Well, I was gabbing 50 minutes, but I was gabbing. So anyway, there is the twisted tangle. And that's the other side. And you could just take it, and if you have a journal page, let's see, let me get my journal. These are my little correspondence cards that people send. And my prayer list for all of my prayer people, all the people I need to pray for on YouTube and my YouTube channels, or it's my inspiration journal really. But so let's just say this is one of your journal pages. You can take your crocodile and you could take and unlock it. I'm so used to doing things in a specific way. I won't put the grommet in tonight because it's getting late, but you could do this. And all right, I'll put the grommet in. I'll finish it off the right way. This is the grommets that I got. They're not memory keepers, but you get a whole bunch for like, I think it's $8 on Amazon, and it comes with a tool set, so you can set them and poke your hole, so you don't need a crocodile, for those of you that don't have one. And it's like $8, but you get so many. I think it's 100, and they're all different colors. I should have used a gold one, but it doesn't matter. So you just put that in there. And then, let's see. Set it. And then you can take your pen. Oopsie. And well, I would actually have to, we'll just say we're going to put it on, it doesn't really matter. Put it on this side. Because both sides are beautiful. You could hang it on your page like this, or if you had a piece of lace, you could, you know, put it on your lace. And you could put this anywhere on your page. You could put it here and have it hanging on the inside of your page. But doesn't that look adorable, hanging on the outside of your journal? You could hang it on your spine. I'll show you on the spine what it looks like. I hope I've been in frame the whole time. Dear. But let's see. You could put it on your spine like this. Well, this is a different kind of spine that I've made. I just learned how to do this. I'll put it here. How cute is that? Like, how adorable is that? It's so cute. And goes with every single journal that you could make. Right? So adorable. Donna, thank you so much from Twisted Paper Studios for showing us how to make twisted tangles. I love them. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was really nice to see you all again. And I hope that you have a lovely day. And I will be back once I get my kit printed for my next project and get everything together. so that you can follow along. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something different, something I haven't made before. I've actually got 2 coming up, and 1 for the rest of September and 1 starting in October. Oh, and happy fall, you all. Today is the first day of fall, my husband told me. So there's our twisted tangle, and here's our pieces. And then this is what we made tonight. It's not fully dry yet, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to cut that up yet. I'm going to wait until it fully dries. I might have to put some glue under that. But once it's fully dry, then I'll cut it up like I did with this and run it through my embossing machine and make some more and put them in a little bag so that I have them at the ready. So maybe I will be sending you some. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. If you are not a subscriber and I've inspired you in some way, please subscribe and leave me a message as to where you're from so we can get to know each other better. And for those of you that are regularly following me, thank you so much. Your encouragement means everything. Until tomorrow, be safe, be well, and God bless. Bye-bye, everybody.